Good morning. Today is Tuesday, December 16th, 2025. So for my weekly journal update, video update, whatever it is, I just want to bring up that, well, let's just get out the work thing out of way. I've gotten my own route, done it for a couple of days now, and it's a little bit more work, but honestly, I find it more manageable, or it's better. Less people, just go in and do my work. So, you know, things are looking up. It's looking better. Um, which is awesome, right? Other than that, let's see. On my novel, I've been continuing to work on it. It's currently I'm still working on the Earth Kingdom, the main character from there. I am currently at second from last section for that particular part of the book. Again, this is just a big rough draft, and it's not written in the style that it's gonna be finalized. Right now, it's just kind of like breaking it down in a good order of how I want things to happen, and then basically keeping it very simple. And then later on, since this character is gonna be very, you can say he's gonna rhyme, he's gonna be poetic in a sense. I'm gonna take my time and I'm gonna go and really flesh that out, and that's gonna be something I enjoy. Well, if you guys know, I don't think so, but I like writing that kind of stuff, so that's gonna be awesome. Um, Other than that, it's the game development, right? So on the game development, I finished. I think yesterday I finished all the sprites that I want to work on for now on the sprite sheet, and today I'm gonna try to go ahead and incorporate the new sprite sheet into the already made notes or scenes, and then try to get that to work. At the very least, import the new scene and start working on it. Other than that, I do have a lot of chores I have to do. Some of them, like cleaning my truck. It's gotten dirty, and it needs to be well cleaned. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm planning to potentially go to the bookstore because I'm looking for a thesaurus, maybe an encyclopedia, maybe dictionary, but more than likely I want a thesaurus. Mostly because I don't want to move away from the book to, let's say, my phone to go and search for something, because what happens to me is that I go on my phone, I go on the computer, whatever, and then before I know it, I'm over here, 10 videos in, or reading a bunch of different things online, and then you're like, you just wasted so much time. And I want to make sure that I want to reduce all of the distractions. An old school thesaurus or an old school encyclopedia or something along those lines, I think will be the right fit for me. I get that done, and just keep on reading pretty much for whether it's an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever, without distractions. And I think that's gonna be key for me. Other than that, I've been playing a lot of Battlefield, watching a lot of movies, which is rare for me. I haven't really played video games for a while, but now this is me going back to it. And as for movies, again, movies and shows, I haven't really watched too many, but I'm going back to it. The movies that I've watched recently was Superman, the new one with, I think it was James Gunn, the guy that directed it, and that one's actually not that bad. It's honestly, it was fun. I want to say that it's my favorite one. I felt like it was fine, right? That it was a good movie. That didn't have anything really wrong with it, but I just didn't feel like it's knocked anything out of the park, right? It played it very safe. I do like the way that Superman is portrayed, right? Like, his focus is saving people, saving animals, stuff like that. Which that is, for me, that's Superman, right? He is the like the ideal, standard that of a good, American, or a good person in general. And I think the movie does a good portrayal of that. Just think that it just didn't hit with everything else as good as it could have. Other than that, I watched Fantastic Four. That one I actually enjoyed more than Superman. The Fantastic Four family, whatever, and then the fact that they have what's his name, uh, t- 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 Franklin Richard. Oh, if you know anything about Marvel, he is OP. He can warp reality. Once he grows up, he's gonna, yeah. I'm assuming that that's probably how they're gonna bring them back into the the actual MCU is that Franklin Richard somehow is going to be involved. Maybe Doctor Doom uses him. Maybe he just, while he's learning his powers, he accidentally sends them to another universe or another reality. Maybe, who knows? Um, but yeah, reading 2666 from, once, now that I have work and stuff, right? Some days I can get off early, but now it's starting to peak up because holiday and stuff like that, and getting my whole routes. So as I get accustomed to it and I get everything fixed correctly, it's been, I had some long days, right? So I got home a little bit later, so even working out I had to kind of like push back a bit. But it's not gonna be forever. Today I'm gonna go ahead and work out. I'm planning to hopefully read a good chunk, write a good chunk on my novel, all that game dev and stuff. Because those are things that that I don't want to get lazy and just stop doing them. That's not gonna happen. Yeah, other than that, it's been pretty good today. Other than chores, I'm possibly thinking about maybe getting food. Oh, one of those places there near the bookstore that I go to, that whole street called Jefferson, that area has a lot of new restaurants. It also has the old school ones, right, from there for since ever. And so you get to see the old the old Hispanic culture there, right, that's been there for a long time. And now you're getting other new, I guess, bougie restaurants, right? So there's a lot of new places to eat. A couple of them, well, two of them mostly, or three of them caught my attention. There's an Italian bistro shop there that just popped up. There's something called Ateliers, something like that, that looks like fine kind of like Italian food. And then you have a shaman, Xaman. It's a, I don't know if it's Mexican, but it is a pre-Hispanic culture kind of name. And the food looks good. It's a cafe. The food looks good, and the place looks real cool. So maybe one of those places. Other than that, just whatever other tour I can get into, maybe play some games, but that's gonna be back burner. But the biggest thing is definitely get my truck clean, get my novel, work on the novel, keep on doing everything that I'm doing. 2666, because that book is good. It is honestly very good, but it's taking me forever to read it, and I just don't understand why. It's like it felt like the House of Leaves for me, right? Like I'm enjoying the book. I really like it, but for whatever reason, it's taking me longer to read than most. And I wouldn't say that it's particularly the hardest book I've tried to read, but it is it's very slow for me. I don't know. Whatever. Other than that, I don't know. Just other stuff, right? Yesterday I went to watch a movie. What movie they hosted? The Zootopia. I went to watch Zootopia too, and actually that one was fun. I did enjoy that movie. That movie is pretty good. It had a lot of cool references to different movies. It had a reference to The Shining, which I thought was really cool, and I just thought that it looked very nice, like really good quality. And on top of that, it had some. I thought it was like it felt good. Like it's one of those movies that actually felt good watching. Like I enjoyed it. No, nothing too harmful. With the because it's for children. Right? It didn't have no harmful stuff on it, but it just felt good like watching it. Like the humor was light, but it was funny, right? It was everything was lighthearted. Everything was catered to children, but it was also good. And from watching the trailers from the movies that are about to come out, I saw that they have a SpongeBob movie that's probably gonna release as well, and some other movies, which is pretty cool. Maybe go watch that one, because the quality actually looked good on the new SpongeBob. The trailer that I saw, something about the Flying Dutchman, and the quality looked good. So maybe I'll go watch that one and see if that one's good. But yeah, other than that, it's just pretty much the same thing. Keeping things going, good life. Um, yeah, yeah, it's just one of those things. It's pretty good. good stuff. So yeah, and yeah, it's just one of those things that I'm actually enjoying live now. Oh well, talk to you next week, I guess.